What's up guys, it's your boy Rue and we are back for another Trails of Coasteel video. Let's go. So we just finished the first day's field study activity and we are returning to the hotel. So what just happened is we saw the... Okay, hold up. His father. Okay, here we go. Okay, so real quick recap. So in the last part, we slayed that beast. Afterwards, we visited the fort. And then we saw all the fortifications that they were making to their basically their base, essentially. And now we had that mysterious flying object, the UFO, you know what I'm saying? And now we're back. We were about to have dinner, finish up the day, and all of a sudden, Jusis's father wants to show up. Let's see what he wants. Let's see what the Duke wants. Cause you know he's definitely not being a good father, you feel me? Like, look at this. The Duke himself, Duke Albarea. You may do as you wish while you're here. However, you will do nothing that brings shame upon myself nor upon the Albarea name. You are literally the only one that brings shame upon your family name. Literally you. You are the only man. Alright? Sure, Rufus makes mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But he's still honorable, for the most part. And Jusis is all honor. You are the disgrace. I think he is the single person I hate the most in Erebonia. Even more than Osborne. Way more than Osborne, honestly. Won't even say hi to his classmates. Look at this. He's not gonna want to say hi now, but he's gonna want to say hi later, aren't you? I know you're gonna be back. Should I require anything of you, you'll be contacted. What a freaking a-hole, man. I totally forgot this event was supposed to happen. It's a typical father-son conversation, you know? Nothing abnormal. The head of one of the 4 great houses and the man in charge of this entire province. The man responsible for all of that nonsense in Celtic. The one at the head of all these changes in the provincial army and the fort. And by some strange twist of fate, his father as well. I feel you, man. I feel you, Jusis. I feel you. He's trying to switch the subject. Can't blame him. Him and his father's relationship is not exactly ideal. Like, whatsoever. Whatsoever. Nice. Okay, let's talk about what we saw during the day. I had a couple things I wanted to talk about real quick, but seeing the Duke just pissed me off, and I forgot. Plus, what I wanted to talk about is irrelevant to what they're going to be talking about right here, so I'll discuss it like when we start getting to more like the gameplay stuff. Because it was about something I mentioned during the blue bonk part, which I believe was either before this one or the one before that. Either one. You can say that. You don't even, like, look at this kid. You don't even know the relationship between the two. Because of Jusis. So this is, so like, can you, like, this is why I wanted to see the first field study, because can you just imagine the difference between the first field study that Jusis and Machias were on compared to now? It's probably like night and day. Saint Arc is the, I'm pretty sure Saint Arc is the high arms district. I mean, like the high arms territory, essentially. If I'm pretty sure I remember that right. Probably didn't go that smooth. And Fee is here for it. Cause she hates all that noisy stuff. That noisy bickering. Especially between these two. He's probably still hung up on what happened during the boss battle. Plus their teamwork for the Group B is much better, most likely. Besides, okay, so first, they're not gonna make up for it tomorrow, because tomorrow is gonna have a whole new set of problems. And now we had the chance to catch sight of a far bigger problem. A far bigger problem. The foundation, the seeds for conflict between government and nobility. Which if, in my opinion, I feel like that's been going on for hundreds of years. Ever since probably Drykos became emperor, I feel like that dissension was constantly there. Because it's not like a new thing. It's just more, I guess, mainstream, if you want to say it that way. First, we find out taxes are rising throughout the province. Then we find out the military is being expanded on a grand scale, which in my opinion, I know I was reaching in the previous part when I was talking about it, but I'm still convinced that, or I'm still, in my opinion, I'm still fairly certain that those two are completely related. Raising taxes and the military being expanded, there's no way that can't be, there's like, maybe not necessarily a correlation, but there's definitely something going on between those two right there. It's a, I think I'm pretty sure it's like, that's a fair speculation, you know what I mean? That's also true. The Imperial Army, like, the Imperial Army is huge, so nobles are, the nobility is probably feeling threatened as well. So it's like it's not only just like them trying to overthrow, not necessarily, I'm just gonna say overthrow, even though that's kind of not what they're doing, but it kind of is. Overthrow the central government, but they're also like trying to preserve the importance of nobility, because they don't want commoners to rise in power equal to them, because that's not how it was. Through the history of the empire, it's always been nobility like at the top. But ever since the chancellor came, the blood and iron chancellor, that's all been shifting. Because he's a commoner, right? And he's in a position of power. And the imperial governor is also a commoner. Another commoner in the position of power. I mean, it's not even the Imperial Army. You have to remember, like, you have to think about it this way too. The Imperial Army has the armed forces, but they also have the RMP, and then they have the intelligence division. they literally have 3 sections to it. So if you combine all 3 into one overall army, like their force and their military might is absurd. 70% of it is under the Chancellor's control. I agree with Rean there. And here this guy is. Blue Blanc. So I'm a little bit confused about this. Is because so I looked it up on the wiki before I started recording here. But this guy, Phantom B, he was in Liberal, or maybe not necessarily was there. If you played the Trolls in the Sky game, you can correct me in the comments. But from what I understand, he was either at Liberal, part of the Gospel Plan, which is the first phase of the Society's Grand Orpheus plan, or he was in the Erebonia helping with that plan. It's either one of the two, I'm not sure exactly which. But if he wasn't Liberal, directly a part of that plan, how is he all of a sudden here? Is there like, was the Liberal plan happening, like, was the Liberal games happening like well before the Erebonia games? Because I know Crossbell is related with this. Like the stuff happening in Crossbell when in regards to the Society is directly related to the Society's activity in Erebonia. But I know that the Liberal stuff is separate, but I just don't know how far before it comes. I'm still not completely sure on that timeline. Okay. Okay. What is he trying to... Why is he... Is he literally just doing this for fun? I wish you well on your main... Like, how does he know all this information? Like, how is he at Keldric when we arrived there? And it was Rean's group too. It's not even like he was in, I forgot where they went the first time. Was it Parm? I can't remember. But anyways, the group B in the first field study. But Rean went to Celtic in the first field study. Blue Blanc was there. Rean went to Barrihard in the second field study. Blue Blanc is here. And he knows we're only going to be here for another day. Like, where is he getting this information from? Well, he's not a noble. He's, like, literally not a noble. Like, he's the farthest thing from a noble. Jusis can pick up on it. I'm sure Rean picked up on it too. I mean, he is a good actor. He's a very good actor. I'm surprised none of them noticed what he said. I really, like, how did he, like, I don't understand. Like, how did he know? Where would he have picked up on that information from? I highly doubt it's been, like, mainstream news that we're doing this. And that silver object. Which, as we all know who's puppet that belongs to, or archaism. I keep confusing the name. I want to call it a combat shell. Oh yeah, it is a combat shell. What am I saying? I was gonna say Nino Heki, but I don't even know if that's the pronunciation's right on that. So I don't want to. I'm not trying to make fun of the language. You feel me? So, Rean said, right? We saw there's a big Seeds 4 conflict. We saw the tanks. We saw how the army of the Krujan province is building up. We saw that silver doll, the combat shell, you know? the agent that works for Osborne, the UFO flying in the sky, and now we've seen Blue Blanc twice, and he knows that we're staying here for only one more day. So what exactly is going on in the Empire? Is this already like, is the society already active, and we're just not seeing it on the up front, like they're doing it behind the scenes, like super behind the scenes, or is it just Blue Blanc just hasn't left yet and he's just chilling here? Because he can't be acting like separate to anything the Grand Master would have asked him to do. But it's also possible that he's here for both reasons, like his own personal, just curiosity and wants to have some fun, and he's interested in the Class 7 stuff, or he's actually also here on orders. So that's the thought. Anyways, let me be quiet and let's watch this little scene right here, because this scene is one of those beautiful scenes in Cold Steel 1.
眠れないのか? お前の方こそ。まさかベッドが硬くて眠れないと言うんじゃないだろうな。それこそまさか。亮はもちろん実家でだってこんな豪華なベッドで寝てないさ。シュバルツァー男爵家だったか。どうやらあまり貴族らしからぬ生活を送っていたみたいだな。まあ父の流儀でね。領主は民に寄り添うべし、いつもそんな風に言っていたよ。そうか。いいご両親に育てられたみたいだな。なあ、とても感謝している。聞かないのか?
Oh, that kick in, the cute. Oh, so good. That was so good right there. That transition to this music.
俺と父のあの寒々しいやりとりについて。踏み込んでいいかちょっとわからなくてさ。見たところお兄さんとは仲が良さそうだったけど、お父さんとはその昔からああなのか？ああ、昔からだ。平民の娘に産ませた子などさして興味がないんだろう。
Remember, a few parts back, Jusis said that he's a different kind of noble, or similar to Rean.
俺と兄の母親は違う。兄の母は貴族出身の正妻で未だ存命している。俺の母は平民の出で8年前に亡くなっている。つまり俺は娼婦の息子というわけだ。そうだったのか。ひょっとしてレストランのオーナーシェフの人は母方の叔父にあたる。その縁からか昔からよくしてくれていてな。まあ公爵家の権力に配慮して親しくしているだけかもしれんが。そんなわけないだろう。あんまり自分のことを貶めるようなことを言うなよ。 いろいろあるとは思うけど、お兄さんと仲がいいのは本当なんだろ？まあ悪くはないな。8年前に引き取られて以来ずっとよくしてもらっている。剣も作法も兄から教えてもらったものだ。だと思ったよ。どういうことだ？ユーシスの剣ってなんというかまっすぐな感じがするからな。よっぽど信頼できる人間から教わったんじゃなければあんな風には身につかない。昼間会った時になんとなくこの人が教えたのかと思ってさ。あれ、どうした？なんでもない。つくづくお前が貴族らしくないと改めて思っただけだ。自覚してるよ。昼間の傷はいいのか？ああ、言っただろ。もう痛みも感じない上に傷も完全に塞がってる。委員長のおばあちゃんにお礼を言わなくっちゃな。そうか。どうもお前は危ういところがあるようだな。え？入学式の日、アリサをかばった時もそうだったが、あの時お前は何の躊躇もなく彼女をかばうために行動したな。ああ。ああいう時、普通の人間ならば反射的に自分の身を守るはずだ。なのにお前はそうせずに他人の身を守ることを優先した。そう、今日俺たちをとっさにかばった時と同じように。
Like I said earlier, he always puts others before himself.
本来ならば褒められてしかるべき行動かもしれんが、俺にはどうもそれがいびつに見えてならない。参ったな。まさかそんな風に見抜かれるとは思わなかった。お前が俺を見透かすようなことを言うからだ。だがお前のそのあり方、
ある意味傲慢であるのはお前自身も分かっているんだろ
う。ああ、さすがにね。
And it does not change like until the most recent game, Hajimari. That's the only time when Rean changes that way. But in throughout the entire Steel series, like he stays that way. That sort of like self-sacrificing acts he always does.
自分の身も顧みずに何が人助けじゃ、未熟者が。そんな風に老子にも叱られたよ。
そうか。未熟者同士なのはお互い様というわけか。
ああ、もう今日は寝よう。寝不足で力を出せなかったら他のみんなに悪いからな。
女子2人はともかくもう1人はどうでもいいが実力を示せないのは不本意だ。とっとと寝るとしよ
う。そうだな。おやすみ、ユシス。
ああ、いい夢を。
So beautiful. I love that sequence is so amazing. So that entire attitude that Duke had towards this guy is literally only
ご褒美をあげなきゃね。
I forgot to go talk to them about I forgot to go report back about the addicted bath salts. I literally did the quest too. Y'all saw, if you guys watched the video, you saw it. I literally went to pick up the bath salts, but I forgot to actually talk to them. Not that it kind of doesn't matter too much because I already got the trophy, but still, that's kind of funny. But yeah, anyways, literally the attitude that the Duke has towards Jusis, that crappy attitude is literally just because his mother was a commoner. But that means you're the one who freaking did it, man. Like you, the Duke, you're the one who did it. You know what I'm saying? You did it with the commoner. She got pregnant with Jusis, and now you're gonna hate him for that? Because a commoner's blood is a bad thing, like a bad look for a great noble house, like a great noble family. Like what ridiculousness. Absolute ridiculousness. But anyways, let's get on to day 2. But remember, right at the end there, right as the music cut off, Machias listened to the whole thing. He had his eyes open. Now watch his attitude switch. Alright, what do we got for today? So we got a highway monster. We're going back to so this is the highway monster that I thought we were supposed to take care of the first day. On the North Crucian Highway. Hopefully things go better than what happened when we were there last time. The Bite of Nostalgia. Oh, this is his uncle, Yus's uncle right here. Rufus is a genius. Like he has a lot of Rufus has a lot of like internal issues, but one thing stays the same throughout the stories, throughout this journey, is that he's a freaking genius, man. The mind on that guy is out of this world. Plus his IQ is like a million times exponentially greater than the Duke. I mean, that could have been his intention. Alright, attitude switch, look at this. Look at this attitude switch right here.
なんだマキアス・レイグニッツ
But they still have to address each other with their full names.
アークスの戦術リンク機能。この実習の間に何としても成功させるぞ。
何？
いくら君相手とはいえ、他のメンバーができていることをできないのは不本意だからな。ちょうど新たな手配魔獣も出ているし、昨日のリベンジをするのはどうだ。
やれやれ、我らが副委員長殿は単純だな。
I believe he just called him vice president right there.
大方、昨晩の話を盗み聞きしてほだされたといったところか。
After finding out he has a commoner mother. And that he's also being mistreated by nobility.
決めつけないでもらおう。君の家の事情やリーンの話など僕はこれっぽっちも。
I was fast asleep while you yammered on about your family. Yeah? You just sold yourself out. Literally, my man's freaking heard that he had a commoner mother, and now he's switched up. He's switched up.
語るに落ちた。
Now we on you. We're about to make fun of you for the next day. This whole entire day, we're about to tease the hell out of you.
いいだろう。その話乗ってやる。俺の方がうまく合わせてやるから大船に乗った気でいるがいい。
One thing I do like, even though starting from this day forward, their hatred to one another goes away, or like not really hatred, but like disliking, I guess, because they don't hate each other. They just never saw eye to eye. But the thing I like that continues on is their rivalry. That dynamic is very good for like the whole Class 7 group as a whole.
それはこちらのセリフだ。せいぜい寛大な心を持って君の傲慢さに合わせてやろう。
今日の実習はうまくいきそうですね。
And that right there, Emma just jinxed everything. You just had to go and say that. Look at this. Literally right as she said it. Right as she said that today was going to go more smoothly, this nonsensical, unbelievable, conniving, cowardly act by the Duke is about to get started. Let's go.
あるの？父上付きのお前がどうしてこんなところに？
And remember, like right before we started that whole sequence with Jusis and Rean's conversation before the dinner as well. Jusis' father didn't want so much as a word with him. He didn't want to meet any of his friends. Now all of a sudden he sent the butler in order to get Jusis because he wants to quote unquote talk with them. Please.
昨日はご挨拶もできずに失礼いたしました。 今朝参上いたしましたのはユーシス様をお迎えするためでして。
俺を迎えに？一体どういうつもりだ？
What is the meaning of this? I'd like to know as well.
士官学院の実習で戻ってきたのはお前も知っているはずだろ。
ええ、ですが今朝公爵閣下がユーシス様を親方に呼ぶようおっしゃられまして。
His Grace has directly requested that I escort you to the mansion. What BS? Literally, not even 24 hours previous to this, he didn't even so much as look at Jusis. Now you about to tell me he wants him to be escorted to the mansion? Please, this is where the ridiculousness of today is going to start.
それで参上した次第であります。
Where this field study is going to go the exact opposite direction of what Emma said.
父上が？だが昨日はそんな素振りを全く見せなかっただろう。
He showed no signs of desiring my company when we spoke yesterday.
公爵閣下のお言葉は絶対。私めは従うだけでございます。それに僭越ながら閣下にしても昨日のやり取りを顧みられたところがあったのではないかと。
I wish, but it's not even close. Literally not even close to the reason. And it's so unfortunate because Jusis, it's like, dude, like he's you know, that's his father, you know, so like he's probably thinking in his head that, oh, he wants to talk to me, you know, but it's for what's the future. We'll see what's gonna happen, but it's just man, it's just
しかし
行ってきたまえ。戦術リンクを試すのは別に急ぐ必要はないだろう。
午前中は俺たちだけでやるからユーシスは実家に戻るといい。
You should have just kept him here. You should have kept him here.
せっかくの機会ですし、ご家族でお話をするべきですよ。
Now I'm extremely concerned now for this quest. For this monster extermination, I'm highly concerned.
だね。
Because Machias' quartz right now isn't leveled up, so he doesn't have that that ability to use that damage reduction. Which it might not even be in this game. I forgot when that's implemented. The iron having damage reduction, but anyways, let's keep
お前た
going.
ちわかった。午後にはそちらに合流する。
I feel so bad for this guy. He really doesn't deserve any of that.
俺なしでは心もたないだろうが、せいぜい頑張ってこなすがいい。
言われなくても。
それじゃあ昼くらいにホテルのロビーで落ち合おう。何かあったらフロントに伝言を頼む。
わかった。戻るぞ、アルノ。
かしこまりました。ご学友の方々、それでは失礼いたします。
よし、それじゃあせいぜい頑張って依頼をこなしてユーシスに楽をさせてやるか。
ですね。それにしても
And now let the teasing begin.
なんだその何か言いたそうな顔は。
いえいえ、そんな。
Oh, I think you know exactly what we're gonna say.
マキアスのおかげでいろいろといい方向に行きそうだと思ってさ。
偉い偉い。
Yeah, she said good boy.
子供か僕は。なんだその生温かい目は。
Like I'm some hapless babe. Yeah.
リーン、君とのわだかまりだってまだなくなったわけじゃないぞ。
Look at this guy, so shy.
そうなのか？
So starting from now, Machias won't be as much of a prick, which I like. It makes it a lot easier to tolerate him.
それとエマ君、来月の中間試験では絶対に君に遅れは取らないつもりだ。せいぜい全力を尽くしたまえ。
はあ、頑張ります。
ついでにフィー、この際だから言わせてもらうが、授業中に寝るんじゃない。いいか、勉強というものはまずは授業でノートを取るのが全ての基本であって、耳を塞ぐんじゃない。
Oh, Fee's so funny. Her character is so awesome.
聞こえない。
とにかく出かけるか。
Let's do this thing.
はい。
Alright guys, I'm gonna end today's video here. We had a beautiful sequence and then something not so beautiful. Anyways, in the next one we'll continue on with the second day's field study activities without Jusis no less. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a great day and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.